Hello, Facebook friends. This is Lieutenant John Day, retired lieutenant from New Jersey State Police. I just want to discuss some of the things that I saw during the debate yesterday that was appalling, that was disgraceful, and I just couldn't believe it was our President of the United States. And one of the, being that I'm a retired state trooper, one of the main things when he got to the question about sensitivity training, and he said he didn't want to implement it because the cops didn't want it. But we have to have programs, sensitivity training, and things of that sort to help build our community and build a relationship with our community. And President Barack Obama implemented a program called 21st Century Policing. He developed a task force. And it was a very good task force and a very good task force that would work. And it wasn't mandatory for police departments, but it was a tool for them to use. And they had six pillars in that policy. And one of them was building trust and legitimacy. And that's one thing we have to do in the community is build trust and legitimacy. And you just can't have trunk or treat or give out turkeys. You got to show the community that you're really legit and you're really concerned about the community. You really love your community in which you work in. And one thing that we also have to remind our patrolmen and cops in general, that we took the job to protect and serve. Not to be a warrior, but to be a guardian for your community. And one of the second pillars was policy and oversight. Get with your community leaders, get with your pastors, get with your NAACP, get with Black Lives Matter, get with the Urban League, and tell them your policies and get their input. So they may have an input that works well, and you can implement the community's input, and they'll feel more part of the community. That's elementary. That's policing 101. Is to get the community involved, at least once a week or once a month. Because they may see something in the streets and may have information to give to you if they trust you enough to give you that information. The third one is technology and social media. Surveillance cameras in the hot spots in the neighborhoods. Also, body cameras. Body cameras is the safety of the community and also safety for the police officers. And if the police officer is doing his job right and going by the standard operating procedures, he or she shouldn't have a problem with body cameras. You on social media, using social media, Facebook, Instagram, and so many outlets out there that you can also see what's going on in the community. And we can also have our Facebook page regarding policing, so the community can see what we're doing. Community and crime reduction, talking to the community, talking to neighborhood watch programs, going to different the boys club, talking to the people in the boys club, going to different civic unions, neighborhood associations, and speaking with them, letting them know that we're concerned and see what's going on in their neighborhoods. Training and educating the community about policing. Let them know what we're going through. Let them know what things that we're trying to do to better our community, and that we care. It's policing 101. It's not hard to do if you're not afraid of your community, and if you got into this career to do your job, to make your community better. That 21st century policing was a wonderful tool. And the sixth pillar is, police wellness. As a chief or as a captain, as a lieutenant, as a sergeant, communicate with your officers. Let them ask them what's going on. Is your life good? Your wife good? Your home good? I'm here for you. Check on them, talk to them, let them know that they're part of the team. They're not just subordinates, that they're part of this department, and you care about them, and you concerned about their well-being. To see where their head is at. You as a seasoned officer, being a sergeant, lieutenant, sergeant first class, captain, chief, you have to communicate with your officers. Don't be a leader from, the type of leader to be top down. Let everybody feel like they're part of the team and that you care. And then if they voice their opinion, you won't get offended about it and hold grudges. You're there to help them, and you want them to be a part of the community and a part of the police department to make it better. So to hear our commander-in-chief saying that he didn't want to give the sensitivity training because the officers didn't want it. What is that? How is that going to make our country better? It won't. He's feeding into this white supremacy thing. He wouldn't denounce them. He told them to stand down and stand by. What? Do you hear that message? Do you hear that message? The message he was giving is that I'm still down. I'm still with you all, but just stand by. That's telling them I'm still down with y'all cause. And that's the commander-in-chief, the president of the United States. If we do not get out and vote, we'll have another 4 years of that mess. Please, young people, get out and vote. Everybody get out and vote. Our forefathers and sisters went through hell to try to get us to vote. They had to count jelly beans. Guess how many jelly beans in a jar? They had to pick out a number and read parts of the Constitution. And back then, majority of our forefathers were illiterate. They knew they couldn't read it. Verbatim, not parts of it, word for word for word. People died for us to vote. So y'all got to remember the struggle of our ancestors for this to come to fruition. Don't think your vote doesn't count. I got in the state police under the federal government's consent decree, where they had to hire a certain amount of minorities in the state police. If I wasn't prepared for that, if I didn't get my grades in high school, get my grades in college, obtain a bachelor's degree from Grambling State University in criminal justice, when that opportunity came because certain politicians felt that we needed more minorities in New Jersey State Police, imagine if those politicians weren't there. I wouldn't have been afforded the opportunity. Be ready for the opportunity. If you're in high school now, you're 18, or you're in college, you're 18 and older, cast your vote. Because believe me, it could benefit you in the future. Don't think your vote doesn't count. Got to count for me. Here I am, a young brother, 23 years old, just graduated from college, from the hood, from Trenton, New Jersey. And I had the opportunity to take the state police test, passed it. But once you pass that test, they can get you in the academy. But once you get in that academy, you got to do what everybody else does. You got to pass 2C, Title 39, and some other mandatory tests before you become a New Jersey State Trooper. So you have to put in the work. They didn't just say, oh, because he's black, we're going to get him in there. You had to pass those state required tests. So get prepared and go vote. Get 10 of your friends and have them 10 get 10. And please go and vote. Vote. It's imperative. It's imperative. I'm talking to the young people. I'm talking to the older people. I'm talking to the people who gave up hope. And I can understand you may give up hope after listening to that debate on Monday night. But please hold steadfast and go out and vote. If you love this country and you love your ancestors, you love the people who fought for us to have rights, we have to change our attitude to a positive attitude and do what's right for your people and for your country and for your neighbor. Y'all take care. I'll talk to you next time. Love you. And keep the faith. Peace.